Work smarter, not harder. How many of you have heard that term, work smarter, not harder? Okay. Now here's where my pet peeve is. Did anybody give you the second half of that? How? No, everybody says, okay. How many of you have been in organizations where you would be told, okay, work smarter, not harder, and then they walk away and don't tell you, well, I want you to do this, I want you to do that, and so on and so forth. Unless you've had a lot of experience or you're wired naturally anal, this is not something that's innate. Also, too, some of the things that I'm going to be talking about today are not innate. They actually go against what would be intuitive in an office environment. And that is because in an office environment, we're talking about information, not things. And when it's a physical thing, it's much easier to see, much easier to understand than it is when it's information. So I'm going to talk to you today about lean office. How many have heard of lean manufacturing? Okay, one in the room. All right, what that is that's how Toyota kicked our butt in the car market. What they did is they were able to do stuff quicker, better, faster, and at better quality for a lower price. And I'm going to explain to you how, but we're going to take those principles and we're going to apply them in an office environment. Why do you think it would be advantageous to do that? Well, first of all, lean is eliminating waste. Do you think waste costs money? Waste costs money, okay? Uses resources, time, money. It kills profit. It kills resources, and quite frankly, it kills employees too. And their overall morale in an office environment. The reason that this is such a big frontier is because 60 to 80%, don't go nuts writing down because I will email everybody this handout. Okay, so if you want something, don't worry about it. I'm going to email it to everybody. I don't hand this out because then people read it ahead of time, don't pay attention, and end up sticking it in a pile someplace and don't look at it anyway. Okay, so I'll be emailing this to you. The reason is there's some really good chance for improvement here in terms of helping you reduce your cost and use your people effectively. How many of you have had in your organization to let people go or had to downsize? Okay, that is very challenging because what ends up happening is you pull people, but then you don't restructure to accommodate the lost people, and then the people are left are pulling their hair out, which is not really the best way to handle something, but nowadays we have to work with less people. It's reality. If you look up here, you'll see the traditional profit, which, as you can see, is cost plus profit equals price. Well, what happens in that model? What happens if your cost goes up? Price goes up, okay? In a lean model, it's price minus cost equals profit. What do you think in a lean model happens if you reduce your costs? Profit margin goes up, and the best part is your profit margin goes up without increasing your price. What do you think that does for you compared to the competition? Competitive edge. Okay? And you're using the existing resources to do it. That is why operating lean is so powerful. And like I said, if you saw, 60 to 80% of the cost of bringing a product or service to market is administrative. That's a lot to play with.